Let's probably do this one. Sit here. Be a good idea. Yeah, be a good idea. Come on, fucker. Come on. Ugh. Walk around a little bit today and doing some shit. And now I'm all fucking sweaty. Even though it's cold. It's wore too many layers. Alright, that should work, I think. Hopefully. Doubt it. I have a feeling that's just gonna knock over. But whatever. We'll see. I guess. Alright. Get a little bowl loaded up, all that stuff. Have a little karaoke for later tonight. I'm actually not even sure if I might stream it tonight, just because I feel, want to do it more so for business. Kind of like, see if they're cool with me chaperoning, a little bit, and seeing if they're alright with me, kind of watching over it a little bit. Kind of seeing what their little system is like and shit. But, that will be up to whether they're down for it, I guess, or if they might need the extra help. Because I definitely could use the extra help myself, so. Went to grab some food, from work and stuff, and all that shit, just because I need groceries, so I was gonna grab some stuff here every now and then. And, I found one of the newer guys that really calls him by himself over there. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, I asked what happened, and he was like, yeah, we just closed up really early and blah, blah, blah. So at least kind of have things worked out, so I guess they're just closing it early. Whatever, I don't give a fuck out at this point. But I, try to see if there's like a little scuttlebutt about that. Literally nothing. Even some of my other coworkers aren't even sure what the hell happened to Dylan. Even though I already know that, so. Oh well. At this rate, it's just pissing me off now that it's been literally over a fucking week and I haven't heard a damn thing, so fuck them. Even if they did, I'd be like, not interested. Put my 1 week notice in, and that was last Thursday when he called me in. I just didn't say anything about it, but now it's official, so fuck off. This basically is what I honestly probably would do. If that fucking cunt-ass manager calls me up, I might be like, I'm officially not employed with you no more, and now that that's the case, I can tell you how I really fucking feel, and fuck yourself, you reprobate bushy cunt. And just hang up immediately and just say, fuck you. Because that bitch has literally had it out for me since the very fucking get-go, and, it's, so, at this rate, I'm just gonna give her a piece of my fucking mind once I'm not officially employed there anymore, so, fuck her. At least in the meantime, I could do a little bit of some part-time shit. And hopefully, get a little positive news, when it comes to Elysium for the bar later. At the very minimal, if I can at least be cooking the back or whatever, that'd be nice. That'd be chill as fuck. It's not like I don't know already how to do that. So, that legit would actually be kind of nice. Plus, it'll be way more laid back because half the time I'm just going to be kind of sitting there not doing much. Probably just hanging out on my phone, just kind of keep things cleaned up. bar back and shit, you know, make sure things get moved around and stuff. And in between everything, basically just like cook shit occasionally. Such a hard job, basically what I do, but way more laissez-faire. And at a place I like going to anyway, so that seems like, honestly, a better gig. Even if it's just part-time, I don't even give. I was even thinking, like, you know, doing part-time at, like, both of the bars that I go to for cooking, you know, like, you know, 2 days I work, you know, one place, I work the other place 3 days and alternate or something like that. That wouldn't necessarily be too bad because they're, like, both right next to me, essentially, for all intents and purposes, and I know how to cook food anyway. I know how to make stuff, so it's like, it's just like the only difference would be the other place, the pool hall, is a little slightly diner oriented ish. So during the day up until like 8 or 10 or something like that, I forgot the exact time, you know, there'll be like more diner-esque foods like burgers, stuff like that, and steaks and shit, which, again, that even for me isn't even that difficult. The only thing I would have to like kind of learn a little more with is like, you know, the steaks, because I haven't done those in a long time, but making burgers and shit like that, it's easy as fuck. It's ingrained in the blood of an American to know how to cook a good burger. Now, whether they want to harness it is a different story. Like me trying to harness this fucking torch. That was so much better. I don't know much about that. Man, on top of getting that fucking workplace piece of my mind, I'm like kind of half tempted to see like how many people I could kind of get to walk out and leave, and then I want to like drop a little like organ health, you know, fucking department whistleblower bomb on them, because I know that store definitely is not clean. I noticed they did do some like, you know, deep cleaning stuff. Probably they did that on Thanksgiving on Thursday or whatever, but I mean, all in all, like when it comes to like what is below the surface, oh, I know it's not. It is bad, son. And low key, you know, I'm still like kind of putting that on my mind now. I still might just do it. Because ultimately, you know, the people who are going to, you know, suffer, you know, from that are going to be the, like, you know, management, the higher ups in the district. Like, you know, squeeze out every little nickel out of everybody, then, hey, they deserve to get a little nickel squeezed out of them. That's how I feel about it. Just try to see how many people are willing to dip before that happens. Because frankly, by the time I like, you know, definitely am done with that place, I'm just gonna like slowly but surely kind of like egg on people, be like, hey, just find some other spots. I can even hook you up with a place, you know, or two that I know for sure are hiring. Blah 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 blah. Like just straight up, and you know, because honestly, all in all, like, I mean, it's just not fucking worth it. And I found out like a lot of companies are, you know, including retail, are kind of jumping ahead when it comes to like a lot of these potential Trump tariffs and shit. Like they're kind of already, you know, tying loose ends now to kind of prepare for that when it happens in as an inevitability eventually after the 20th of January. So that's kind of another thing that I think, especially when it comes to what they're doing, is like they already know they're going to be merging, might as well clean, you know, up shop, you know, as much as possible. And I've noticed this lately too. I've noticed there's like a lot of people I normally would see, especially in the evening, that are just, I don't know who the fuck they are. Like I've seen them a couple times in the past like month, but I just don't know them. So I already know for a fucking fact that like these are just probably like, you know, high school kids or just like fresh out of high school, and like what, like 3 or 4 months of them working there means fuck all basically, to, you know, especially to the company, because that's a high turnover rate. That's what they're okay with. They actually prefer that. So all in all, it's just like a really fucked situation. And of course, me being there, one of the longest tenured workers there, hey, shocker, I'm one of the first few to get fucked for it. And like borderline gaslit too. Well, not even borderline, just straight up gaslit about shit. Assuming I'm like jacking shit and fucking doing this and that. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm kind of wondering who else they fucking talk to, because I noticed that even my own department, we lost like one or two others just on the virtue of not being there anymore, and because of D not being there anymore. So it's like now because like two of the better workers that have been closing that fucking place up and all that shit are gone. Now like one other or two other people are now fucking left. It's like, are they purposely trying to fuck themselves? By they, I mean the company. And my, the store director, like, because she's literally just purposely fucking her store. Just so she could be all goody two shoes corporate. But I just like to feel deep. Letting it just feel my passions and anger. And all in all, I'm actually kind of feeling a little excited about, like, what the future venture is going to look like. It's mostly just about, like, the monetary thing. It's like, when's my next big moolah going to come through? That's the main thing, because after this venture, I'm kind of like a little, I have no idea where my moolahs are going to come through this time. So I guess I could just hope that I get some holiday pay, I guess, from Thanksgiving, and that's it. Which ain't going to be much at all anyway. Unless somehow I can maybe squeeze in Saturday if, they're like, all right, fine, you can go back to work or whatever, blah, 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 blah. Because it should not take like a literal over a fucking week to figure out, like, oh, we noticed that you might have, like snagged a couple things. Explain that. I explain it. And it's like, oh, okay, well, just be back in like 3 or 4 days. 8 days later, it's nothing. It's like, I fucking I mean, I shouldn't be too shocked because communication at that store and plus with that company in general is just fucking awful. So I can't really be that shocked, but it's still seriously fucking annoying because the part of the reason why they called me in about this shit first place because they were wondering about like why there's such high level of shrink and mentioning about like, well, what's the explanation about like taking some deli food and this and that, blah blah blah. It's like literal because financial like hardship shit. And it's like now I'm basically back in that same fucking situation that, I was now just getting out of in the fucking first place as to why they were looking at me and a bunch of others, too. It's like, you really think that's helping anybody? If it was like 2 or 3 days, I'd been like, what the fuck ever. But at this point, I'm just like, fucking like, pissed off about it. I'm just going to use that to be like, going all the other places and just be like, please hire me as a cook or some shit. Do it. It's kind of sucky thing though, is that you literally have to like basically just like cats, bleh, fucking Christ, can I not say the word? Cast a huge fucking net and just kind of like narrow it down a little bit from there, just seeing what's available, like when it comes to at least like job opportunity stuff, especially in the transitionary factor of things. Wouldn't be so fucked if, wasn't for just like whoop, turning the apple cart over. But at least for now, it's like, well, at least I have that last paycheck. As long as I can let it squeeze out for the rest of the week, I should be fine. Plus, I know in a sec I'm getting another 100 anyway on top of all this. So I guess I'm okay for like another little longer, but definitely gonna, be bum rushing all these places that are around me. Because there's like a lot of little small, little like food, oriented businesses that I easily could probably get hired in. It's like a little mom pop deli. There's like a little fucking couple pizza places I can go to if I wanted to. I mean, there's even Dispos. I mean, one of them I know isn't necessarily hiring because I already asked, and the other places I haven't yet. But I have a feeling that they probably could be hiring as well. It's just, you never know. I know one of them is a little newer of a bit, of a business, only been there for like 3-4 years, so maybe there'll be more of a chance there. But I guess we'll have to see. Depending on when I get down to the bar, I know that place actually might still be open because that place I'm talking about is actually on the way over there. Maybe I'll pop by and be like, hey, not necessarily getting anything, but just kind of curious about job opportunity shit. Just kind of explain the sitch and see what they say. The part of me kind of wants to maybe get something though, maybe like a J or some shit. Walk around for homie, you know, spark one up or something, maybe. Nah, that wouldn't necessarily be responsible. Besides, I'm going for karaoke this time around, mostly for the business aspect of things, you know, for opportunity, not so just to fuck around and have fun. So. But I think honestly, given enough time, you know, if I end up doing like bar back and / cooking there, or at least at either of these places, you know, then from there I can at least, you know, get a bartending license, you know, afterwards, you know, from that, and then just basically, you know, slowly kind of learn and transition about like, you know, learning about like, you know, what type of drinks are, you know, there and available and like to make and this and that. Learn how to do some mixology shit. Because I kind of like to, you know, hobbyistically kind of like, you know, like do mixology stuff if I have an opportunity to, because it's actually kind of fun. Got like random little juices or ingredients, want to make a little cocktail, but don't know what to make. Experiment. Because more often than not, you end up making something that's actually kind of good. I hope this emo boy knows he's going to be, you know, joining me on this walking adventure. Though this dog, oh my fucking god, my dog, bro. My friend brought like this banging delicious ham, you know, when we were kicking it from the other night. And he left it in the fucking kitchen. My homeboy Ryan goes to bed, and I'm like, oh, use him as like a little warmer, you know, snuggle with him or whatever. I didn't even think or consider about the ham being in there. And then on our way out, or like, oh yeah, let me like cut up some ham for myself, and you take the rest back, you know, for my friend that, you know, dropped it off here for us to have a little bit. And we go in there, and I'm looking at the pan that I was in, and it's totally empty. And I went, and we kind of looked up, you know, like looked over to where my friend Brown was crashing. And we're like, did he fucking eat all that? And we both like looked at each other like, there ain't no fucking way, you know. And then I looked down on the ground, and I think he did literally at the same time. I think our heads literally went down the ground, and we just see this like hunk of bone with like, you know, around it, and we just both went. Because I saw my dog sitting on the chair wagging his tail a little extra hard, you know, because when we walked in, and usually when he does that, he knows he's done something bad. And I was like, I didn't pay attention to it that much because I thought he was like, oh, they're coming back inside, yay, they're picking me up. But no, I didn't even think about that until I looked. And my friend was so butthurt, he was like, you know what, nah, fuck that. Take this casserole, I was going to give it to him too. Throwing this out, fuck that dog a little bit. And I was just in too much shock to really even say much. I was just like, I looked at the dog, I was like, fuck you. I looked over my friend, I'm like, I don't even know, I'm in shock. And he was like, yeah, fuck your dog a little bit, goddamn. Butthurt about that a little bit. And I was too, because I was just like, what the fuck, bro? How does a dog eat a whole... Dude, this ham was fucking ginormous. And he ate like 90% of the fucking thing. It's like, how do you do that? How does it... And then this morning, he was like so desperate to run off and like probably take the biggest shit in his life. Because he kept running back and forth to my door in my bed going... He was doing that a lot. I was like, God damn it. Fuck you. Get out of my fucking covers. I like open the door for him, and I see him take like legit like 4 or 5 like gnarly huge ones. I'm just like, that's what you get. I'm not even like feeling bad. I'm just sitting here like, that's what you fucking get for last night, you little prick. Ate all that ham, and now you're constipated, shitting out like fucking 8 logs. That's your problem. And I barely had I had like a couple, little slices and chunks that we, made and all, that we like reheated. Dude, it was like one of the best tasting hams. Like like for a Thanksgiving ham, dead ass, probably one of the more like top 3 best tasting hams. Probably like top 2 actually. Actually, as far as I care, number 1 right now because I can't even think of another time where a ham was so fire. And so I'm butthurt just on that virtue because I'm like, dude, I don't even know what you did with this, but bro, it was like the most dankest of danks for a ham. Next time, like we get a kickback and a get together, just make that again because, like, bro, I only had like the equivalent of like a slice of ham, of that thing, and it was just the most dankest of danks. I can't even explain it. It was just so good. But I guess my dog thought the same thing because he ate like all of it. Fucking ridiculous. I'm still a little butthurt. Honestly, now I'm wondering if I should even bring him now that I think about it. It's like, fuck you. You're timed out now. You're actually like grounded straight up a little bit, I think. Plus, if I could, do a little more extra business, that's probably a good idea now that I think about it. This is going to be the weekend where he gets grounded and he doesn't get no Duffy time. Oh, man. Now I got a good story to explain to people. Okay, yeah, I'm doing it. Yeah, fuck that dog. Yeah, he's staying here. He's staying here tonight. Like, because, man, when people ask about where he is, I could just look at him and be like, oh, you don't even want to know why. You want to know why I brought him back or didn't bring him here? Because then I'll just explain that story. Because, oh, my God. Like, that's the one where I, like, he could do a naughty thing here or there where he's like, where, oh, he rummages for the trash, or like he might get into a snack of mine. I'm like, oh, I kind of feel like a munchie. I don't really want to make like ramen or nothing, but I do got like some chips. Go grab those, and dog got through them. Just some shit like that. Like, I can't really be mad at him forever for that, but that fucking ham, bro, like, I'm still salty about that. It's like, I'm honestly kind of borderline impressed because how did he eat all of it? How the fuck did he get all of that in his gut and shat it all out? It's like, how in the fuck? He's such a tiny thing. Oh, he's not like tiny, but like, damn. For what that ham was, like, that ham was basically the size of his fucking torso. It's like, how's that possible? This dog is a fucking alien, bro. And it's psycho. Like, he will cause some anarchy. I didn't think that would be like some of the level of anarchism he's committing. It's like, I'm gonna smash the state of Logan. I love him, but he's like me sometimes, so I'll be rebellious to him a little bit. Eat his whole ham. It's vengeance. Oh, that fucking dog, dude. That doggo. Honestly, now that I just thought about that ham again, I honestly can't even fucking fathom how he ate all of that. I really honestly don't understand it. I could see maybe getting to half of the fucking thing or something, but all of it. Like, the whole thing. There's just like a little bit of tendon, a little hunk of meat left, and like a bunch of fat around a bone. That was it. It's like, how in the fuck does a dog eat like a big hunk of thing like that? I mean, I guess, his eyes are just as big as the stomach. Because you know what they say about, people sometimes, like, our eyes might be a little bigger than our stomach when we overload ourselves, but goddamn. When it comes to Zukov, though, like, that don't apply. It's a fucking vacuum cleaner, dude. Jeez, I still cannot believe that. kind of weak. Lame. Come on. Ooh. Ooh, that one's giving me the wave. Nice. Nice. Time check. Cool. It feels way later than it is. I feel like it's like 10 for some reason, even though it's literally just 8:40. Which I was speaking of, that's at least a good little time check marker. But kind of surprising though. Maybe it's just because I woke up and the sun was already down. Like I kind of just like hella slept, and when I woke up it was like 5 and the sun was already down and it's cloudy, so it's already dark as shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I went to bed dark and I woke up and it's dark. Man, that's kind of the one thing I miss about summer a little bit, is that the sun stays out longer. Because I do kind of like, at least being out in the sun a little bit. I just hate the heat that comes with it. And, like now that it's just like gone, usually by the time I kind of get out and about, it's a little lame. Just a little bit. I kind of like that transition or like fall and spring period where it's like, it gets dark at like 8 or something like that. Like 7:38. I like that. And then it's like a nice, good old like, 6.5, 70 about. So on like the high, about average, probably like, good old 60 or something. For me, that is just like, that's peak right there. But summertime though, I can't hang with that heat though. Can't hang with that heat. Oh, we're getting that little bad boy loaded up. There we go. Little bad boy going right there. Sweet. Nice. And I don't know why, but I don't know why like feeling good today is like weird to me right now. So I'm just kind of like sitting here pondering that, like I was saying in a little head, being like, why am I just feeling like good? I don't really necessarily have complete many reasons to feel this way, but why do I do that? Why do I feel this way? And honestly, I think it's just because of like, going to a spot, knowing that I might, at least have like, possible adventures. I know I remember like a couple months back asking about the whole karaoke thing over at Duffy's, and they were open to it already as it is. They're just saying you just follow up with somebody else. So this time around, I'll at least, ask about that, see if that's still a possibility, and just, text, and like save the number of whoever that is, and just, have them kind of forward up the deets and be like, yeah, this time it's like absolutely serious because I really need something. At least, in between shit. If it's looking at Marissa K. Chang, then that, in a way, almost will make it a little better because I know they'll probably, easily put in a really great word for me. So I wouldn't be, too worried about it. And if that doesn't work out, I can at least see about like, bar backing or doing cook, shifts and stuff like that. Love how that bowl has like a little hiss to it. You nappy little thing. Kind of glad the dog's taking a fat nap, to be honest. That's preferable because it makes it easier for me to just put him in his chair and just leave. So, should make it at least pretty easy on that front. God, that fucking ridiculous dog, dude. I still can't believe he ate all that ham. Utterly shocking. Whole ham. I still can't believe that. It's like, how does a fucking like dog get all that in his gullet? I just imagine it's like some Looney Tunes ass shit where he's just like, oh, just pops out, you know, and just like a little bit of like meat left on the bone. That's literally about it. That, I swear, it must have been like some cartoon shit going on in there. And he's like, oh, I'm good with that. Just tosses it on the ground for us to discover later. Zukov's smart. We would have been like low-key have blamed Brian or some shit. And like, you know, fucking, you know, just not thought of any wiser if you like, you know, snuck it off or something. And then I would have found it later anyway. But, oh my God. Dog is fucking psychotic. An absurd psycho being. We'll okay, cool. I gotta think about it once it hits 9, and I should be able to finish this bad boy up, and I think that'll be the cue. I'm pretty sure my homeboy Brian should already be over there, so I mean, I might at least do a couple duets. I need to remember which songs they are, though, because I know there was at least one that I know I think is a metal song that we were thinking about doing. But then there was at least another, I think that was like a rap song that they were going to do, but I honestly, I'm going to have to like, you know, listen on that song and be like, here, I need to like remind myself of this. So I have to at least figure out which ones, you know, were going to be our little duet songs. It's kind of twitching a little bit. I'm guessing my doggo must be dreaming of a good old ham that he's chasing down the meadows and consuming. Sneaking around my house trying to find out where that ham went. I still cannot believe that. I'm going to be sitting here for a while, like, just shocked about that. I know this much. I know me and Logan, about like a month later or something, we're going to have a good laugh over it, because it's like, how in the fuck? That's what really gets me. It's like, how in the fuck did this dog get all that ham in him? Like, I can't even, I don't even know. How's it possible? I mean, if I still had like what was left over, it's in the garbage bin now. I ain't fucking picking it up. I ain't picking it out of that. But if it wasn't in there, I would have to show it, because it's like, what the fuck? It's like, it's straight up is like a how. That'd be like a 10-pounder ham or some shit. By the time we got into it, because he also had some himself, probably had to be like 7 pounds left. It's like, so at least probably about like 6 to 8 pounds worth of fucking ham, and he ate like all that. It's like, how is that even possible? I could see like a mastiff doing that, no problem, but He's like a Border Collie Shepherd mix. Mostly Shepherd, but he's like a Border Collie mix on that. So he's like a smaller dog. So how's that even possible? That's going to really be like the ponderance for me this month. The November surprise for me, at least. Sue Coffee eats a whole Thanksgiving ham. Yeah, my mom's got some turkey, at her place that she wants us to pick up too. Oh my god. Because if Sukok gets into that, I swear to God, he's going to be outside for a while. Going to make shift up everything so it's like, all right, no one's going for that side fucking door. No one's doing this or that. He's staying outside. No, let him in. He's staying out there at least for a day. Because Jesus Christ. He has a doghouse, so it's not like, he's, fucked. But he never uses it. I even put him in there. He'll just sit there, stare at me until I, step away enough for him to walk out. And it's like, bruh. It's not like an encampment or enclosure. It's just a little spot to keep shelter in. Like, what the fuck? Might be the door. Like this little entrance. Maybe I need to make it a little bigger. Make it a little wider or something like that. I don't know, but he's never used it. Even though it's like right next to the porch. It's just there. It's like, my guy. My dude. Absurd bean. Yeah, I must say, this little raspberry tweez are a little underrated. Much prefer the peach, but raspberries are a little underrated. Just a little bit. If I wasn't upset about that fucking ham, I would call him over here and be, have him sit in his chair and call him a little sweet bean and stuff. But he's no longer a sweet bean. He's a little shitty spicy bean. I cannot believe it's 7 pounds of ham, at least. I'll have to ask Logan about how much was approximate per, ham per pound was on that fucking thing. When it came to the bone on that bad bitch. Because dead ass, I'm thinking it had to be 7, 8. And you ate at least 7 pounds of that bitch. Because there's probably a pound left, give or take, on that bone. And I'm just sitting here how in the fuck did he even do it? I really need a new torch, Jesus Christ. Now it wants to work. Ooh, work really well. Maybe a slider just likes getting talk shit too. And that's what I bitch about. That's when it starts working. Maybe if I just talk shit to the slider, maybe it'll start working. It's a little masochistic glider. It's just yeah, daddy, talk shit to me. Then I'll start burning for you. Then I'll let out my flame. Because after that, it literally just went consistent. All right, I'm burning now. I'm working like a regular torch now. It's goodness gracious. Yeah, time for 2. All right, cool. About 15 minutes and about this getting killed. Yeah, it seems like good guesstimation time. Open that one little damn right. Alrighty. It's like one of the few times where I'm actually kind of like dead ass excited to kind of go down there tonight. Because fingers crossed, hoping that I can at least, seek a little opportune advantages of potentially, at least getting something part time there. I think of especially if I mention if it's only for like like 2 or 3 days, because I'd totally be cool with that. Then, especially if it's like K-chain, then that would be easy. Because it's literally only 2 days, and I wouldn't work every night either. Just depends on the availability, I suppose. But maybe I can ask them about expanding it to Sundays. Because they do have like $1 off on Wells liquor just across the board on Sundays, like all day. That's like their little Sunday special thing. So it's like, why not? I mean, it'll probably, help pertain to get more business in and stuff. And if not, then maybe some trivia stuff or some shit. Because I've been to a couple of like bar trivias and shit, and there's ways to like have it set up, and there's even like websites and apps, too. So there's like, ways to do it. And there's also like, a way to do it without even having to do it that way. You could do it like via paper and pen, like, or like, float of whiteboards and shit like that. Because I remember there was like this trivia, like a Jeopardy style trivia, like, at least this is like what, my high school and also when I was going to college, some classes did. Because it's like a fun way to like do like a little quiz on learning what, you've learned for the unit or whatever the fuck. But if it's just done on some random shit, like, different categories of just like kind of random facts, and I just kind of put in, like a question of what it is, and they just have to answer it, and and everyone has an opportunity to try, to earn points, and whoever, gains the most points wins, kind of thing. Because it's just like what Jeopardy is basically just like a form of trivia. So, there could be like a little trivia night that could be done. So I'll probably see about asking about that too, because I know there's at least like the owner of the bar itself. I will have to ultimately talk to that guy too, and I think, even if it's on like a Tuesday or like a Monday or another day, because I've been there on off days too, outside karaoke, and I could tell it kind of pops a little bit for business. So why not add a little extra activity for people to partake and have fun with? Because I'll see people, playing chess or playing like other games or doing stuff like that because they'll bring something for themselves, if they're friends, just kind of hang out, because it's just like a really chill space like that. So I think I will definitely want to at least get the foot in first before I kind of start pitching, an idea like that. But, it's something that could probably at least help, maybe add an extra day too for, doing some part-time over there as well. Because then even the KJs could probably, go do that too if they want to, if they have availability on a certain day. Ooh, that feels pretty good. Nice. Well, I got like the tiniest drop of that right in my eyeball. Second night in a row. What the fuck? This time it doesn't hurt, but damn, it's uncomfortable. What the fuck? Second night in a row, dude. What the hell? That happened last night with a big old droplet that hit right in my eyeball. At least that one was a tiny one, but what the fuck? So uncomfortable. Gravity really ain't my friend. If it ain't, like dropping a torch or bumping into something, literally everything or whatever, it's like shit, launching up into my eyes or something. Because sort of God, like even at work, that shit happens. Like I'll like, be dropping stuff in the bag, like, serve something, to people. And then like a crumb will like just launch and catapult right into my eye. And it's like, well, now I'm literally doing this looking like a pirate without his eye patch on. Anyway, would you like anything else there? The company look at me, it's like, what's up your eye? It's like a crumb hit it. I haven't got a chance to wash it out yet. Anything else? That's it. All right, cool. Go wash it out really quick, get it out. Because that is especially the most annoying thing. I prefer bigger too, at least when it comes to the crumb, because then it's just easier. Sometimes even just kind of like gently like pop it out like that. But if it's a small one, you just gotta like just wash it out, hope for the best. Damn it. Packed you a little too tight. No. No. Oh, ooh, yeah, you're definitely back. Yeah, let's just catapult like half of that bowl out, man. That's a great idea. Excellent idea. There we go. Yeah, all back in there. That should be better. That should be a lot better now. I hope that dog knows that he's going to have to wake up from his little nap over there and then go sit back in his chair. Because, like I said, little bastard's grounded. He ain't coming along with me. Part of me wants him to, but it's like, after what happened last time, hell no. Oh, hell no. He ain't going down to the duffs. He ain't going to the duffments. But, yeah, now let's get this last little bowl smoked out. And I'll probably do a little carry extreme a little later, but like I said, it's going to be a little bit more on business venture kind of stuff, so I'm taking care of that shit first. See what happens. Because if they're willing to maybe let me chaperone a little bit, then I'll probably just say 50 guys and just like, hang with, with that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. You damn fuck. I'll throw you out if you don't work. What the fuck? It really is talking shit to the lighter. Oh, yeah. Not surprised. But, anyway. Like I said, probably be doing a little carry extreme. If not, then I'll be back after all that fun shit. So, anyway, let's do a loop for now. So, peace out.